Well, welcome back to episode, what is this, 4? Episode 4 of our Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk playthrough. So, last we left off, we're going to kick her off here because Eric doesn't have long, but last we left off, our party of 4 arrived in Phandalin. After arriving in Phandalin, you guys quickly made yourself a little bit more wealthy by stopping at the Lion Shield Coaster to Elmar's Barthen's Provisions rather to what's the word? Drop off some of your supplies that you found in the Cragmaw hideout and the supplies that Gundren and Sildar gave to you to bring to Phandalin. After dropping those off, you got a little bit of coin, stealing some from Sildar himself. Tyrion being a little aggressive. But you quickly made yourselves acquainted with the.
Will. Guy's a bitch.
You quickly made yourself acquainted with the people around Phandalin, meeting many of the local shopkeepers, such as Darren Edermath, who's not a shopkeeper but rather an adventurer of old, such as Akai, at his orchard. But after meeting the locals, Sildar split from the party, kind of hoping to set up, if you will, in Phandalin and get to know the town master. Now, after getting themselves acquainted, the party headed towards the inn, but two of which were going to a different inn. Not the Stonehill, but rather the Sleeping Giant tap house. Tyrion and Akai, making their way down the road towards the Sleeping Giant, which is known to be home for some of the red brands, or where they hang out in town. Remy spotted them walking off as he mentioned something to Torg and started joining Tyrion and Akai down the road. Now, Torg kept on going into the Stonehill Inn. He just walked through the doors as you can smell and hear the local livelihood of this inn. Happy music softly playing in the distance, the smell of fresh cooked bread and warm butter being drizzled over, and the sound of clanking metal tankards of ale, and people laughing and some people shouting, and the grovel of maybe a little argument in the corner. But outside of the Stonehill Inn, down the street, we had just come to the apex of a fight as they approached. There were two red brands on the porch of the Sleeping Giant that stopped these three party members and said something along the lines of, "Dogs come to bark at us in the street, eh?" Tyrion, being showing a good side, trying to diffuse the debacle, handed his flask of ale to this unkindly friend. After he took a drink, he tossed it to the side. Tyrion then, pulling out his scimitar, slices up the chest of this red brand, and a fight ensued. Tyrion showing off some of his new skills while wild shaping into a wolf. Quickly, the fight was almost over as the party slain, if you will, these enemies. Akai in the back taking a step back and for a second before firing and asking, like, "What are we doing here? I mean, do we mean to kill these people like a dog in the street?" But the two figures, some may be unconscious, some may be slain. That is yet to be known. However, as Tyrion ran up to almost aid the woman lying on her back in a pool of blood on the porch, Akai quickly spotted behind the sleeping giant 2 red brand figures darting off down, almost down in the ditch next to the road, up towards the Transcendar Manor, which is almost off to the right of Phandalin and up atop almost a plateau hill, if you will, surrounded by trees. Now, we are going to come to Akai. What are you doing?
Flying towards the bad guys.
You're just gonna keep flying straight towards them?
Actually, I'd just like to go up in the air and see where they go.
Sure.
What's their general direction?
You fly up a little bit more. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Hell yeah. 8?
In 8. As you fly up a little bit to get a better look, you can see these 2 red brands are easily identifiable as red brands. They may not look exactly the same as the ones you've seen, but the familiar scarlet red cloak is adorned over their shoulders. But you can see it's another 2 men. One looks a little bit shorter than the other, and they're clambering through like the almost dewy grass, maybe 200 feet from you guys, but they ran out the back of the sleeping giant or somewhere behind, and they seem to be darting, about to enter almost not a forest, but the trees that lead up to the trail that goes to Transcendar Manor. They seem to be just running. Um, as you see that, Tyrion, you were bent down and you were aiding this woman on her back, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, you. I can't remember if you cast a spell or if you just used
I
your.
used medicine kit.
Okay, yeah. You can kind of heal her wounds and get her to a stabilized position. She does have a breath. Remy, what are you doing?
I'll just kind of not necessarily stand guard, but I'll just stay with Tyrion for now. Kind of aid him.
Sure. Torg, what are you doing?
Once they're stabilized, I want to tie them up too, just to let you know.
You want to what?
Tie them up when they're stabilized.
Pick them up?
Tie them up.
Tie them up. Yeah. Torg, what are you doing?
Well, I walk in, and does the shop or the innkeeper offer anything like of usefulness for me? Or is it
Well, when
just,
you
like,
walk
food?
in, you can see this is the largest interior structure and the largest structure of Phandalin. There's almost like 2 stories of just open area in this huge room. You can see a couple tables spread across the floor of this open area. Many figures spread about, maybe 10 or 12, maybe a dozen. And off to your right, next to all of the windows leading to the north, you can see a bar right next to a stairs that goes up to a balcony that stretches to the rooms. Now, this bar is where they serve the food and the drinks of this entire inn, and you can see one female figure behind the bar with a rag slumped over her shoulder.
Do I guess I'll talk to her and ask her what she offers.
Hello there. You can see she kind of has almost a little bit of tanned skin and dirty blonde hair that almost reaches her shoulders. She kind of picks her chin up and, do you need something to drink? What can I help you with?
Yeah, do you have any alcohol on tap?
We have much. Any of these barrels, just point out a barrel. I'll tap it for you.
What's your best? What do they drink whiskey and stuff here too?
Yes, you can get whiskey, or we have ale or mead, whatever you like.
I'll take a whiskey.
Very
Finest
well.
you can get.
Sure. You can see her go off to the far right barrel. Now, Aki, what are you doing? You're flying up in the air. You can see these 2 figures, maybe 250 feet away from you, sprinting to get to Transcendar Manor.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow them. See if they go to the manor or somewhere else close by.
Kind of flying through the air. You just kind of keep following these figures as they're just sprinting, but you fly, you can keep pace with them. they kind of dip into the trees, almost like they were trying to stay out of sight of the street of just normal Phandalin, but you can see them quickly fly up almost onto the trail. You can hear faintly into the distance their footsteps on the gravel as clamoring, and then they start going up straight up the trail that leads right to Transcendar Manor.
I'm gonna let a key birdman screech like a hawk. See if I can stop them. See if they
All right.
stop for any reason.
You can see one of them just keeps on sprinting. The other one looks back for a second and sees you before they just continue sprinting up. I would say as you screech, Tyrion and Remy, you can hear that. And you see Akai floating maybe 40, 50 feet in the air, kind of splitting the distance between you guys. And you see the two red brands, faintly red, like 400 or 500 feet up the trail, running to Transcendar Manor.
400 or 500 feet?
Yes.
Fucking cocksuckers. I'd just like to tie these fuckers up. Is there any townsfolk nearby?
Looking down the street, you don't see any actually.
There's no one outside.
It's an empty street.
Wow, these guys are. I'll refrain. Look, I'm gonna tie him up. I'm gonna ask Remy to help me carry these guys to the town hall.
All right. Yeah, you guys can easily get them tied up. They're still unconscious, so you will have to maybe do a fireman's carry to get them over to the town hall.
I'm gonna start picking them up. Hey, Remy, grab one of those guys. Let's go turn these guys in. Get a little good faith with the community.
All right, I got this one.
All right, both of you, give me a strength check.
How about not? Okay, Remy, put them both on your shoulders.
So advantage because both of them are carrying him.
What'd you get, Tyrion?
I'm rolling right now. Just straight strength?
Yep.
11.
11. It's a little
save.
difficult. I'd say you get them up at, but it's a super awkward position. This maybe
I took the female.
maybe 120, 140 pound female, but her feet and hands seem to kind of drag across the ground. Remy, what'd you get?
13.
13. You get him up into a fireman's carry. This guy's pretty heavy, but you think you can manage. Aki, you see them start to drag them down the wooden steps and kind of carrying these figures down the street towards the Townmaster's Hall in town. What are you doing?
Alright, I'm just carrying them down.
Yeah.
Tell me when I
Aki,
get
what
to
are you
Town
doing?
Master's Hall.
I'll circle back, seeing that they went to the manor, and then I'll regroup with the other guys.
All right, you guys, you kind of fly down and join them on the street. You're bringing them to the Townmaster's Hall.
That's where what's his name is, right?
You heard a couple people say that Townmaster Harbin Wester.
What's his title?
Townmaster.
Oh, that makes sense. Shit.
But yeah, you can get these two figures. You start dragging them down. As you come towards the almost more center of town, now it's getting almost not quite nighttime, but it is getting shades of darker blue are coming over the sky. Now the clouds seem to almost enshroud the entire sky, where you there's almost like a grayish, bluish, darkish hue to the entire town. But you drag them down, and you can come to the Townmaster's Hall. You can see not a small building, but a smaller than the Stonehill Inn, rather, which is not 2 buildings down. But you can see out front there is a simple job posting board with which actually kind of seems to be rather empty, but one parchment tacked to the front. And you walk up. The doorway of it is a better make rather than the rest of the buildings you've seen around. But you can drag the figures up before you see a male human come out of the door, kind of,
And
and he stops.
Well,
can
howdy
I
there.
read
Did
that job posting as we walk in?
Sure. What were you saying?
hey, Sildar come by here by chance?
Sildar doesn't ring a bell.
How about Harbin Wester looking for the town master?
He would be inside. You can see he looks clearly like puzzled by the sight of seeing 2 red brands just
alright.
draped over your shoulder.
I'm just gonna walk by him. Thanks for the help.
He kind of steps off to the side, bumping into like one of the posts. Very well. You looking at the job posting board, Remy. You can see a parchment, and on there it's handwritten. You can see asking for help clearing out or securing Wyvern Tor to the north. See Townmaster Harbin Wester inside for more details. But you guys want
I guess
to
I'll
enter?
just follow Tyrion then. Yeah, and we'll enter.
Sure. You enter. You can see that kind of a smaller interior. It's kind of dark, but you can see torches and wall sconces on the side. Where right in the middle, there's almost not a bar, but almost a counter that leads to the central pillar with a bell on there. You can see almost a book and parchments behind on the other side, and on the back side you can see just 4 doors. The entire room seems to be empty.
That entire room seems to be empty.
Correct.
Do I see any doors that go somewhere else where I think the town master would be?
The 4 doors in the back look pretty much exactly the same. You can see 2
Can
benches
I drop
right as you
my
enter.
body?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
drop.
you guys can set the unconscious red brands on these benches to your right.
I'll go start knocking on doors.
Sure. Roll a 1d4.
Tree.
3. Okay. Yeah. You can walk up to one of the doors. You kind of knock. Tyrion. No answer.
Oh fuck! I'm going to the next one.
You knock on the next one. No answer.
Oh yeah, I'll go to the next one.
Right as you knock on this 3rd door, you opens up. You can see a kind of plentiful, almost not a fat man, but you can see a male human. He has almost sideburns that come down, almost meeting in his chin, and a almost fur brown whitish coat that is buckled at his chest that drapes over his back, and his entire getup seems to be almost not ornate, but better for what you've seen in Phandelver. For he picks up. How may I help you? Can I step out here for a sec? He kind of steps past you and shuts the door.
You Harbin Wester?
I am. You 3 looking for me, I suppose?
We're new in town. Sildar come by here yet? Talk to you, Sildar Hallwinter.
Sildar doesn't ring a bell. How may I? You can see him
Guys,
as he walks up.
Don't worry.
As he walks up towards the counter, he can see the 2 red brands laying in on the benches, unconscious, probably soaked in blood. Oh,
don't worry, they're fine. Got a question for you.
Are they dead?
Nah, they're fine, like I said. Got a question. I don't take too kindly to ruffians in these parts. I'm more for the common people myself. We had a run-in with them, and they got what they deserved, in my opinion. But I figured we wouldn't kill them, we'd bring them to you, see what you want to do, have a little respect for the town here. I know you seem to be the town master. But I think we're more than fine taking this trash out, if you know what I mean. But I thought I'd come talk to you and see what your plan is, see if you'd be willing to hire some help.
Oh, well, I mean, the red brands themselves just a mercenary guild. They're not much trouble at all, really.
That sounds... Yeah. I hate to say, Harbin, these guys picked a fight with us when we're just new to town and you're telling me they're not a problem?
Well, I personally have never really held issue with them. But you seem to have taken matters into your own hands.
Well, Harbin, like I said, they picked a fight with us, and I thought I'd bring them here instead of murking them. I was trying to show some respect, but I don't know what to say. You're saying these guys aren't a problem when they started a problem on their own, so that's what makes me wonder. You telling the full truth here, Town Master?
Absolutely. I am a very stout man. Anybody around town can tell you
I
that.
want to insight fuck this guy. He is getting fucking paid
Can
by
I?
these bitches.
No,
Sure.
can I like? I guess you can do your insight check first.
21.
21. Looking at his face and his cheeks almost like jiggle as he talks, he's more surprised in this moment than anything. But you get the sense that there's not that there's not too much to read under the surface of this man, whereas he doesn't really seem like one to keep secrets, or like he even could if he tried.
So, Harbin, you're saying these guys are no problem. They're picking fights, and we just happen to be an unlucky bunch?
I mean, I've heard of them maybe causing troubles here and there, but I mean, if you stick your nose where you shouldn't, maybe the repercussions.
You're saying I'm sticking my nose where I shouldn't because I'm trying to go
no,
into a bar to have
no,
a drink?
Well, supposing that these two are unconscious but not dead, how about we stick them in the cell here at the town master's hall for now, and maybe they can stand trial for their wrongdoings in Neverwinter.
Well, Harbin, I think that does sound like a plan, but are you comfortable with it? If you're saying these guys aren't a problem and we overstepped, if we stick them in your cell, don't you think they'd try to get back at you? Is this something that they are not a problem and you're saying that, or is this something we can help with?
You can see him kind
I
of
don't
pull
want to
up.
bring you no trouble, Town Master. I've heard you've done good things in these parts.
You can see him kind of pull up a stool behind this counter before it's too tall for him to sit and lift his legs out, so he kind of just leans against it. But he leans forward up against the counter and kind of let out a sigh and almost take a moment and relax before. Well, he kind of rubs his fingers through his hair, looks up at the three of you. You say you're new to town, yes?
Just arrived today. I don't know if you know the name, Gundren Rockseeker. We were hired to take some luggage here for him, and we just dropped it off.
Gundren, yes, I do know of the Rockseeker brothers, yes. Well, hey, you three being new to town.
We got a fourth one somewhere, just so you know.
Okay, a party of four. How do I word this? The Red Brands. You look like a capable fellow. I feel maybe you could handle yourselves. The Red Brands are a problem. They have came into town and started harassing our members. However, I'm not really sure what to do with them. They seem to have such a strong grip coming from somewhere. I'm not, as I said, sure what to do with them. We don't have a city guard or any means of protecting the civilization of Phandelver. Therefore, I've kind of taken the stance to not bother them and leave them be, and they have left me be.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you a couple things, actually, Harbin. One, I respect you. You seem like a decent man doing your best in this town, and there's only so much you can do when there's no town guard. Two, I think it's your lucky day because you found some capable fellows on your hands. Three, you said they got a sound grip on things. Sounds like me they got a strong leader. You know anything about that? I think that might be where we start.
You can see him kind of lean forward. Come. He gestures you guys to all three of you to like lean into the counter. Don't go. He kind of looks past you towards the two figures on the benches. Don't go asking around near any of the Red Brands, however. I believe they do, well, as they frequent the Sleeping Giant, they do post themselves in the old Transcendar Manor. Now, this manor, as far as I believe, has been here from old. It was one of the base points of interest of the old Phandelver. Before it was Phandelver, the manor itself atop this plateau of sorts, this hill, was destroyed long ago. Nothing of the manor serves very much purpose. However, I believe they do make their base below. Now, their leader of sorts, I do not know of. I've never heard, I've never really asked any of those questions. However, if you capable 3, or as you say 4, so wish, if you really believe you are capable of breaking this strong hand of the Red Brand, that is where I would go.
Well, I think
When he's done talking, can I leave the hall and go back to Stonehill Inn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm
watch
gonna
out.
walk back to Stonehill Inn
Sure. Yeah, you
while
walk
they
through the
continue.
streets. As you're walking, you can see now that it's getting night. It's not abnormal for the townsfolk to kind of get back to their homes and get ready for the night. But you can see everybody kind of just jotting around now. There's only maybe a handful of people you can see on the outskirts of the town green. But you can walk into Stonehill Inn, and you look over. You can see Torg at the bar, sitting by himself with a tankard of whiskey.
I've had like 3 by now.
I'm assuming it doesn't take me long to get there.
Yeah, I mean maybe a
like
minute.
Okay. Dog,
Remy?
come with me.
Okay.
Come with. And
I
then
have flick up some gold, I guess. Do I have to pay for this?
Oh, thank you. This is a little much.
How much is the whiskey again?
2 silver apiece.
I'll toss her just 1
I'll
gold.
be following
Good trade.
Remy back,
Thank you very
and
much.
as I hear them say something about the gold, I'll be like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll take a couple drinks myself."
Very coming right up. You can see her start pouring out a couple more. Now, Tyrion, as you're almost alone in the town master's hall, he walks around the counter, puts his hands on his wide hips, and kind of sits back. You see his belly almost bubbling out, looking at these 2 red brands. Well, I suppose these 2, we do have a small serviceable jail in the back. We only have 2 cells, however, just put them in there for now.
Arbin, I think we're alone here. I think you seem to be been pretty honest with me so far, so I'll tell you the lay of how I see it. I've been in town for about a day. I want to get your take on something. You know, good old, I forget her name, so you know the good old Vandalin Miners Exchange. I went there today.
Okay.
And I was told they were looking for someone to take care of the Red Brands. You know anything about that?
Looking someone to take care of the red brands. I'm not really sure what you speak of, Halia.
There was a Halia there. She was offering me a mad deal, 100 gold to go in there, grab a couple things, and bring one of their people back to her. You know anything about that?
That is a bit curious, I suppose. Well, maybe she's just looking for information herself. I'm not sure what to make of it.
The way I see it, I wouldn't mind doing this, but as like I said, I'm a man of the people. I do try to do the best for the common folk. But
it's very noble of you.
I wouldn't say noble is the correct word, good sir, but thank you. It does mean something.
Now you 3 in the Stonehill Inn can easily get your drinks as she slides them to you. What do you want to do?
I just have a question before I ask, but how does the dice game work? I've never played this. Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Sure, we could play. Well, I mean, the dice game. There's a couple of them. One of them that we do in our main campaign. We roll 4d6s, and then whoever gets pairs or the most pairs, you get 3 rolls. Actually, Ben would know.
And I will only roll to DM. I'm not rolling to everybody.
Did you want to play a dice game?
Hey Remy, are we in a rush right now?
Well, considering a guy, decided to grab a few drinks, I wouldn't say we're in a
Nah,
huge hurry with it being night.
As,
So do you
as
wanna
you
play
say
some-
that, you can see me. Like, I'm shoveling those drinks and I'm chasing them with my moonshine.
Jesus Christ. Well, if you would like to play a dice game and put some gold on the line, we could do that right now. Also, can I challenge like people at the bar too? Like if something like one person can jump in.
Sure. You can see the barkeep behind kind of pulls up a cup of her own. Well, I suppose it's not my money I'm gambling. Let's go ahead and do some rolls.
Okay. How's the betting work? I guess.
Well, there's a couple different games. Which
Well, do the 4d4s or whatever. Roll them 3 times. Try to get pairs.
Yeah. So she kind of pulls up 4d6s. And let's start the bidding off at a silver.
Or
What do you
D6.
say?
Yeah, it works for me. Maybe
She kind
2
of
silver.
slide. Oh, two. She slides 2 silver into a pile.
Remy, Kai, you in?
I'll shove 2 silver in.
Okay.
I
I'm like nudging him, like, come on.
missing what they're talking about. Be like, oh yes, of course. I will take 2 more drinks, I suppose.
she looks a little like
No, not
puzzled
alcohol.
before she fills
What
up
do
2
you
more
mean, no
mugs.
alcohol?
I mean,
Slides him.
roll some dice with us, and I'll buy you a drink.
Say less. I would still like those 2 drinks though. I like a wink at the bartender.
Right away, she kind of fills up 2 more and slides them towards you. Well, I suppose our 2 silvers in. Let's go ahead and roll. So go ahead and roll your first set of the 4.
No pairs.
3 threes and 1 2.
What
Well,
the
you don't have to tell me. After
Yeah,
you
that
after
kinda
you roll that
leads in.
first set, now we can go around and see if you want to like fold, or give up, or up the ante.
Oh.
You can see
Just
you can see the bartender. I would say I would like to double the ante to 4 silver. She slides in 2 more.
I'm a gambling man. I'll stay in it.
And I'm a drunk, and I'll put 2 more down.
pushing them in.
Of 2
I knew I'd
large,
get that one in here.
2 large fellow orcs like to gamble, eh? Let's go for our next roll. So you can choose how many dice you want to re-roll. You just re-roll what
Is there
ones you
any
wish.
benefit to like 3 of a kind, or do you strictly like best hand have 2 pairs?
It goes 2 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, 4 of a kind.
Okay.
I'm gonna like try to put on a poker face, but obviously it's like not working at all, and be like, I think I'll stand. And I won't re-roll.
So with the dice too, is it like Farkle where you can keep a dice in play and re-roll a certain one to try to get
Yeah,
the same
so,
number?
so let's say the
Oh.
first roll, you get like 2 ones, so you get a pair. You can keep those to the side, and then like on the second re-roll here, you can choose the other 2 to re-roll to try and get more
Do you-
ones.
Do you have to have a pair to keep, or can you keep a number?
No, you can keep whatever you want.
Okay, just wondering.
I'd
I-
say I'd
I
call
roll.
it as well. What about the orcs?
Call.
Or yeah, call. Actually, wait, is this the second round that we can bet?
Yep.
I'll put in 1 more silver.
Oh, the pile is getting big. She kind of slides in another one. Remy?
I'm sliding. Yeah, I slide in.
What about you, old birdman?
Oh, slide in one. You got good eyes.
Another roll. After she rolls, she kind of sits there and looks about you guys. What do you say?
Do we still bet?
Yeah, so after this third roll, then it's another round of either calling, folding, or betting.
Yeah.
Anyone?
I'll like knock the table as like a check.
She follows, knocking.
I'll do the same.
Yeah, I'll like pound my beer mug on the table doing the same thing.
Well, I believe I will have you beat 3 pairs of 3s. Slides your dice for her.
Three pairs of
No,
threes?
She has
How
3
does that work?
3s. She has 3 3s.
Oh. Oh.
I look at her and you know how like I don't know how you would do it with dice, but you know how like you like show off like tossing your cards because I also have
You also have what?
I have 3 threes.
Oh.
I have the same exact hand with a 6 high if that matters.
What about the big orc?
I have 2 pair.
2
I
pair.
win.
Birdman, can you beat that?
I also have 2 pair.
What do each of you have pairs of?
2 1s and 2 4s.
Well, I'll slap my 5s and 2s down on the table, and I'll let out a big fucking Birdman screech.
Yeah, the pile
Son
of
of a
silver
bitch.
is yours.
Fuck.
So what
at
was
this
that,
point,
like
means
5
I'm
each?
6 beers deep
Yeah,
and
5.
like 6 shots of moonshine. I think a key is wasted.
Yeah, you can go ahead and add 15 silver.
Shit, I thought I had every beat, dude. I saw the
I
2
thought I
pair
had
there.
already beat.
Fuck.
That was my first roll.
was
2
my
5s,
second.
2 dudes.
Yeah, I
You beat
rolled
me by
I rolled
1 on
3 3s right
each.
off the bat.
Bastard.
As you guys are gambling here, we will come back to the Town Master's Hall. You can see Harbin Wester's almost has his arms underneath the arms of these figures who are almost unconscious,
I'll
but
help them.
dragging them almost into one of the doors that you knocked on initially. You can see it's a very small room with just 2 cells before it kind of opens, gets some drug in there, kind of flops him onto the ground. Well, I believe that would do. Let's get these fellows locked up here. You can see a chain with a lock, big old key, locks them in place. Please follow me out. Where have your friends gone?
I think my friends went on over. I know the one guy was over at the Stonehill Inn, staying there tonight. Like I said, we're new to town, heard that place to be.
Well, I mean, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but if you are a capable fellow around here, there are some other troubles other than the red brands around town that we have been dealing with. Now, one of them, I'm not sure if you read the posting outside. Well, they've been marauding of sorts across all of our caravans, especially the one near Wyvern Tor to the almost northeast. A few.
Where is that near?
That would be to the northeast. Let me find the picture here. Just to the north of the Sword Mountains, in the rolling hills. Now, these caravans, if you will, have been being attacked, but I mean, they've been being attacked all over the place. However, I particularly am more interested in these near Wyvern Tor. Now, most of the recent victims have reported that at least one of these strange goblins accompanying them has consists of at least an ogre and some bugbears. Now, I would award you 100 gold pieces on a contract if you would drive these Maratos or any of these weird-looking goblins away. Does that seem like something that would interest you?
I think we're about to head that way anyways. I think that's something a deal could be struck there for sure.
Now, I must say, what was your name again?
My name is Tyrion, good sir.
Tyrion. Hi. He kind of reaches out a hand to shake.
I'll shake his hand.
Now, pardon me. He kind of reaches around the pillar in the middle. You can see him leaning up against it is a cane, a walking cane, before he kind of walks around to the front of the counter. Now, I must say, he kind of puts a hand on your shoulder. These red brands, you grabbing them. As I said before, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but you capturing these, I fear shortly the repercussions may be severe for you and your friends. So if you were to make the decision to help us out with these red brands, he kind of gestures towards the east. I suggest you do so quickly.
Thank you for the good news. I will make a deal with you for these red brands. I know it sounds like this. First, let me ask you this. Is there anything you could give us for taking care of these red brands? I'm pretty confident we could take care of the problem and that nothing would come back to see you.
Sure. He kind of leans on his cane going around to the back of the counter, kind of licks his thumb before flipping through some pages, kind of pulls out a quill. Do you mean almost a reward of sorts?
Like I said before, good sir, you called me noble. Not much noble about me. I am talking about a reward of some sorts.
I believe that is very much in order if you can get this done. You can see him kind of tip his quill in some ink before writing. Just give me a moment. I will get that reward written for you here. And there we go. Not the T's, dot the I's. There we are. Kind of rips off a sheet before leaning over the counter and handing it to you. A 150 gold reward for clearing them out. Now, I will say, if you do so, as you said before, they must have a leader. I guess I've never really thought of that up until now. Now, if you get your hands on said leader, I would very much, rather than dealing with them, I'll leave the details up to you and your capable fellows. Now, the leader of sorts, if they do have one, and if you can get their hands on them, I would see it most advantageous if you could bring them here. Maybe we can shackle them up, along with the two fellow friends here.
Sounds like a deal. One thing I will say, like I said, I'm a man that likes to be upfront about said things. I will talk to my pals, see if we can do this. They're fine with it. I'll tell them we got two options: leave town, go do the Marauders and other things while we're away, or to get these red brands. Because if we stay in town and don't get the red brands, sounds like we'll have a problem. So I'll talk to them about one thing, because I like to be upfront. 150 gold for clearing them out, and we take whatever's in their hideout. Sound like a deal?
That sounds perfectly fine to me. Thank you, Tyrion.
Hey, thanks. Thank you much for the good talk, good Sir Harbin. It was a pleasure meeting you. Like I said, I think we'll still be staying in the good old Stonehill Inn tonight. We'll make our decision over the night, and we'll let you know in the morning.
You can see him
If
kind
you
of
see some fights happen at night, I think you know our decision's been made for us.
you can see him kind of put his hand on the counter and like lean in. He almost gets a little more serious. I'm not sure if this could last until the morning. Now, these red brands, as I said before, you already have captured two. I assume you've gotten them from the Stonehill Inn, yes?
I went into
Oh, sorry,
the
not the
Giant to
Stonehill
get
Inn,
a
the
drink.
Sleeping Giant, the Sleeping Giant.
Yeah, I was going in to take a drink, and they decided to start some stuff there, and we came right here after that.
I see. Now, and I don't mean to pressure you, Tyrion. Obviously, you men make your own decisions. However, as I have feared in the past and taken almost a backseat stance,
I must say, I'm coming out of my normal self here, being comfortable with you guys trying to take care of them, as you must do so. However, I, if you did capture these from the Stonehill Inn, these two folks here, we do have them shackled up. However, if you stir up the nest, the rest come see and seem to follow, if you catch my drift. Now, the Transcendar Manor, if you are to take care of the Red Brands, I suggest you do so tonight.
Well, you know, advice is always good advice depending on how you take it. So thank you for the advice. I think I might go find my companions if there's nothing else I can do for you tonight.
He kind of slides his hand off the counter, nods to it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'll reach out my hand to him and I'll shake it. And I'm on my way out. I'll say, "Are you sure there's no one named Sildar Hallwinter? He was a guard, a Gundren Rockseeker. Said he was coming to see you this afternoon. He hasn't stopped by?"
I haven't seen him today, no. I will keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. Let him know I was a little curious. He hadn't stopped by yet, but, you know, no worries. You ever heard of him before, I guess?
Well, I have heard of Gundren, however,
Not
this
Sildar.
Sildar fellow, no.
Hey, no worries. Hey, thank you for the talk. Thank you for doing your job here in town. You know, it's always nice when you come to a small town and the person in charge actually tries to do something for the people. I respect you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tyrion.
I'm going to walk out.
All right.
That was my goodbye. And I'll start walking over to the Stonehill Inn.
Sure. As our other three companions are in this Stonehill Inn, you kind of throwing back drinks. You can see Akai almost has a pile going. The barkeep seems to be tending to other in-goers, if you will. But the hustle and bustle is almost not dying out, but kind of trickling out of the inn. You can see a couple of people trailing out as the night goes on. All three of you, I want you to give me a perception check.
Roll.
20, not natural.
20 for Tor.
7.
7 for Akai. Remy?
20 not natural.
20 not natural. All right. Torg, as you're looking around, as all of these, not all of, but some people seem to be trickling out, you look up towards, you can see the doorways of the inn, like rooms that are up on the balcony above this main area. And up on the farthest one down, you can see just barely the door opens as you see Sildar slide out almost a chamber pot of sorts onto the railing outside his door before shutting it. Remy, as you're looking around, you can faintly hear behind you at one of the tables, you can see a couple of dwarves sitting around, and you can see one has her feet kicked up on the table. You can hear her not whispering, but kind of trying to hush down and speak to her people around the table, but you can make out, "The Red Brands hassle everybody in town, except for the Phandelver and Miners Exchange, I suppose. They don't want trouble with Halia Thornton. She runs the place." Right about then, all three of you would see your fellow human Tyrion walk in through the double doors.
Do I see him?
Easily over by the bar, yeah.
All right, I'll start making my way over.
Can I get you a drink, fella?
Hold it for now.
Very well.
Hey,
Tyrion, no
we're
drink
just
for you?
talking to over at Harbin Wester. First off, I just want to tell you guys, Sildar, yeah, said he was going there. Guess who didn't show up there? Fucking, I knew that guy was something else.
Well, I just saw him upstairs go back into his room.
Oh, which
Do you
room?
need to talk to him? Do I know like a number on it, or
Well,
just
can you
like
point
You
it?
can just easily just
up on the
point up.
balcony right up here? Yeah.
Ah, that's good to know. I do got something to say, you three listening.
Yes.
No, but thanks for asking.
Well, I might have started some trouble with the Red Brands, as you guys can't tell. Sorry about that. Nah, you know, You guys haven't known me long. I'm one of those people that I like the common people and I don't like disrespecting tradition or anything like that. These red brands seem like they're a problem and they disrespect my tradition, so you know where that got.
Tyrion, what'd you do?
So you
Throw a
kill
stone at them?
anybody who disrespects your tradition?
Hey, like I said,
You couldn't have
Akeem,
pissed him off that.
no one was killed. They're locked up in the cell like my whole plan was. I was talking to Harbin. He was pretty thankful about it, and he's prepared to give us 150 gold, and anything we find in the hideout after we clear it out is ours. Is that something you guys down to do? It's something that it's calling to me that I think we should go do it, but I told him I wouldn't make a decision without you guys.
You want to do it right now?
Well, I was thinking about sleeping
I
on
think-
it, but Harbin Wester himself said
Bef-
we can sleep on it, but trouble will come to us in the night.
Before
I'm
we make a
thinking we go.
before we make a decision, we might want to have a chat with these fellow orcs over here. I overheard them speaking of red
Dwarves.
dwarf.
Well, I say we do that, but I just wanted to let you guys know I do apologize, but seems trouble is gonna find us if we stay in town even just for the night. And I know we're staying in town for the night.
I'm fine with asking questions later.
Well, we
More
can
my
ask
style.
questions. What room did you say Sildar was in? Are you guys fine doing this first of all?
Oh, we can. I'm down to go fight right now.
Right.
But
Give me
Sildar's
one
right up there.
second.
And
I'm gonna go knock on Sildar's room.
Sure.
I'm gonna pound on it. It's not a friendly knock.
You kind of right next to the bar wrap up these stairs. You can see it goes up to a balcony that wraps around three of the walls. The most northern wall of this inn is just massive windows, but as Tyrion kind of creaks and walks across the balcony above, you can see, or rather hear, Remy behind you, not maybe 2 feet of where you overheard this conversation. You can feel a hand kind of tap you on the shoulder.
Who on the shoulder?
Remy.
I'm gonna like jump because I'm assuming it's from like behind me, right? So I'm
Yeah.
gonna get like defensive.
Whoa! Hey, I didn't mean to start you there.
You can see the
Well-
person who tapped you on the shoulder is this gnome that you heard. Or the dwarf that you
The-
overheard.
I was gonna say his fucking
Okay.
race has changed.
I'll just be like, oh, I saw you sitting over there. I just wasn't sure who you were. Funny you come up to me. I was about to come up to you. I overheard you talking about the red brands. Do you have what?
I overheard you talking about the red brands too.
Well, we're fixing to potentially do something big here in the morning. I suggest you let me know what you know about the red brand. I hope you're not on the wrong side of things here.
Well, talk to Tolman. She kind of is, as she's talking to you, she's leaning back in her chair, the back 2 legs, and kind of leaning towards you. But you can see her kind of point, and past another dwarf right next to her, you can see leans back, and it reveals another dwarf with almost not a braided, but on his chin, it's like gray hair that comes down almost to a point. You can see him kind of lean forward. Yeah, well, I'm Tolbin, the innkeeper here. Talking about the red brands, I mean, shit. Thel Dundrar, he's a local woodcarver. He stood up to the red brands not a 10-day ago. Well, when they came by his shop and bullied his wife, the ruffians, these red brands, pretty much picked a fight with them, and they murdered him. They murdered Thel. Several townfolk saw it happen, and then these red brands grabbed his body, and now his wife, daughter, and son have gone missing. You think that's a coincidence? No.
He kind of takes a big swig out of this mug that he has, the foam almost running down his mouth.
Yeah, what do you got to say about that?
That sounds about as red brand as we know red brands from our day here. By chance, do you know if they had anything against this man, or was it just out of the blue?
I didn't see it myself. However, the people who have told me it just started from nothing, and then it just kind of happened in the moment.
So you're not aware of what was the dude's died? What was his name?
Thel'Dendrar. Thel,
Thel?
second or last name,
So
Dendrar.
so you're not aware of Thel having anything against these red brands or trying to poke the bear, if you know what I mean, before this?
Not as much as anybody else does. I mean, from the sounds of it, they didn't even really pick a fight. The Red Brands, who knows how it started? You know how it normally is. Walking by, somebody bumps into them, they have an issue with it. But Thel, he seemed like a pretty decent man. I didn't know him myself, but kind of trying to protect his wife and kids, and look where it got him.
Well, it seems like they're a bigger issue than we thought. I'm gonna have to go. Am I the only one down there?
No, it's you and Aki.
Okay.
And where's
And
fucking
Torg.
I'm gonna have to take my drunken friend here. We're gonna have to go come up with a plan. This is getting out of hand, and
As we're
I'm one
sitting
for
in
you,
the
good
inn
folk.
shade, can I be taking semi-short rest as we're just sitting around?
Sure. I'd say when you guys were rolling up, everybody except for Tyrion gets a short rest.
Can I try to take one now as I'm just not
Well,
doing much?
you are talking to Sildar, which we will get to if Remy's done with the conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm probably gonna have to fucking carry Key up the stairs, knowing how much alcohol. I'm gonna assume without him saying anything that he's like fucking face to the table right now, zonked. So I'm gonna go get a key, and if he is like that, I'm gonna pick him up and carry him up the stairs and go try to talk to or catch up with Tyrion and Torg.
Aki, how drunk are you?
I'm fucking wasted.
Yeah.
And as he picks me up, I'd be like, Torg, you have such strong arms. Thank you. And then I'll pass out in his arms.
You are drunk, aren't you? I'm gonna
Everybody snore.
slap you across the face to fucking knock some sense in you, because it's not Torg, it's Remy.
It's quite the sight to wake up to as I look at your face.
Torg, as they go to follow your fellow Tyrion, the barkeep kind of behind leans in towards you a little bit. Thank you for paying for the drinks. However, you do have to pay for the room. One room for all four, or?
Well, I don't know if we're staying here tonight yet. We might be running around an adventure, but can I reserve one?
Sure. There'll be 5 silver a night per room.
We'll take 2.
Thank you.
Should I get
Tyrion.
rid of my silver right now for the one night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyrion, as you go up, you just want to knock on Sildar's door.
Knock is a kind word for it.
You wait a little bit. Wait a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'm knocking it.
You can see him. Hello, Tyrion. You can see the fellow human. He almost has a nightcap on, and his clothing seems to be switched to almost like his nightly clothing. It seems that you've woken him up in his dark room behind. Can I help you?
I just had a couple quick questions for you. I went over to talk to good old Harbin Wester. He said he hadn't come on over yet. I thought that's where you're going today.
Well, being that my last few nights have been rather eventful, I thought to get some shut-eye as soon as I could, but I was going to head over there in the morning.
Well, I hate to say I already went there for you, but don't worry, it's your lucky day.
He just stands there, like, expectantly.
You get to prove yourself, my good friend.
Prove myself.
Yeah, like I said, good things come to the men who do what they need to do. And I think I've made my point pretty clear to you on that. We took out 2 of the Red Brands this afternoon and talked to Harbin Wester. He's prepared to pay us 150 gold, clearing out the hidey hole, and take anything in there is ours. And I say you get to help us on that one.
said Red Brands? Who are they?
Red Brand's the ruffians in town. You see the ones with the scarlet cloaks on?
I think I believe I saw one, yes, when I came in.
Yeah, well, apparently they've been causing trouble in town, and, well, Town Master Harvey Wester's prepared to pay us 150 gold to clear them out, find their leader if we can, and anything in the hideout's ours. So, being they picked a fight with us, Harvey Wester said we probably won't have too quiet of a night tonight, so we're either going tonight or in the morning. And like I said, it's your lucky day. You get to prove yourself, see what type of man you are.
I see. Well, I believe I'm going to almost not set up, but take a little bit of a back stance here for the bit. However, you go get him, Tiger.
And he starts to shut the door.
I put my foot in the door. He ain't fucking closing this door on me.
Tyrion, I really do need to
Like
be
I
getting
said,
to
Sildar,
bed.
you get what you give in. If you ain't doing shit, what do you expect to get out of life? You're saying these ruffians, they get to fuck up town and you just get to take the backward stance on it? What type of person are you?
I believe I'm the type of person to stick true to my virtues of the Lord's Alliance.
Oh, true to your virtues, so the people of town can get shit on, picked on every day, and true to your virtues is watching that and having a good old drink and relaxing in your room. Is that what you're saying?
Now, let me tell you something, Tyrion.
Nah. Tyrion, no, don't tell me something, Tyrion. You get to see this. I talked to good old Harbor Wester, and this is the thing. You make your choice now. You a piece of shit, or you gonna do the right thing for once in your goddamn life?
There are many days to come, young man. Now, in these days, you can choose to do good or do evil. I believe that you and I choose to do good. Now, whether that's in the next 5 minutes,
said that,
or it's in the next 5 days, good is good and evil is evil. Now, if you wish to go out tonight and take care of these red brands, as you say, you are welcome to do so. I do not command you, and you do not command me. Now, I do thank you and your fellow comrades for saving me the other night from this Cragmar crew. However, my eyes are set upon
being a piece of shit. Have a fucking good night and be the piece of shit the rest of your life you want to be. And I'm just gonna walk away.
You have a good night. You have a good night as you walk away.
Keep calm and be a good piece of shit for the rest of your life.
As the other you three are going up to your room, you can easily see this debacle happening as Tyrion walks away and Sildar goes to shut the door.
Your foot in one more time. Come on.
This guy's a piece of shit. You can kick down the door if you heard the end of it.
Well, I'm ready to go fight. Maybe we can deal with him tomorrow. But...
Nothing to deal with this guy. Guy's such a fucking high-strung pussy. I've never seen one in the sorts of my life. Says he wants to do good for the world, but he'll take the backward stance on people getting fucked up and doing anything else. Some good he wants out of this world.
I mean, if he came with us, I'm assuming he'd be more of a hindrance than help to us.
Hey, meat shield's a meat shield, my good sir.
True. That's what we said, and that's what we said in the war.
Yeah, you guys can get into your room. It's not very big. There's only 2 beds in here, but you can see a wardrobe. You know, the proper amenities that one would need.
Are we going to the manor tonight? Anyone?
I'm drunk, passed out, so good luck.
I'm not I'm gonna, cause you got 2 rooms, right?
Yeah.
So since I have a Kai still, I'm gonna assume we're gonna probably go into the same room. And as I open my room door, I'm just gonna be like, you know, I wouldn't be opposed to going tonight, but as you can see here, we have a little debacle on our hands with our 4th over here, and I'm just gonna like throw him into the room. I'm not gonna throw him into the room, but like
I'll put it this way:
walk into the room and then lay him on a bed.
We can attempt to take a night rest here. I don't think we'll make it through it, or we can go on the offensive and make the decisions ours.
Well,
I don't know.
never hit his arrows anyway, so are we really missing out on anything?
I would like to take my water canteen and
Can I
pour it
force
all
some
over his
water
feet.
down this man's throat?
I'm just pouring it all over his face.
I, being as drunk as I am, will completely be oblivious to it.
I'm gonna slap the shit out of this guy.
Again.
Okay. Well, he might be out for the night, and maybe tomorrow, to be honest. I've never seen a man this drunk.
Well, I'm about as fed up can be today, apparently. So
I think we can take it. We can go to sleep.
I think I'll just go take a rest. And well, don't be surprised when people come attacking us in the night. Is what it
That's-
fucking is, I guess. And I'm gonna.
We can
walk
throw a
around
key
the
at him
room.
first. You be the first one. And then I
You'll
walk
see like my
behind.
lead twitch and a little screech.
Oh man.
And
But
go back into my sleep.
yeah, you two can, or you four can split the room. You have 2 rooms, so you can split them however you want. But now that it is night, you can faintly, in your dark rooms, the almost white curtains over the windows, you can see the faint moonlight coming in and giving just the slightest bit of light. But you four, you want to take a long rest?
I'm going to rig a trap up to the best of my ability, so if the door opens, my sling bullets go spreading and they drop from like 5 feet high, so it wakes me up.
Sure.
And it's
Not
Torg
all
and-
my sling bullets, just to be clear on that one.
It's Torg and Tyrion and Remy and a key, right? That's the room split up.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all can take your long rest. As you lay there in the beds, it gets kind of quiet. You can faintly hear the noise of some talking out in the almost common room, but maybe half an hour to an hour later, the sound almost drowns out, and all of you can soundly fall asleep. But at about 3 in the morning,
Does my
Nothing.
danger sense do anything?
God damn it. Well,
at about 3 in the morning, nothing happens, and you all can take your long rest as you wake up around I don't know 8 in the morning, and the sunlight comes in through the window, and the almost warmth touches your faces as you awake. So, yeah, on your character sheets, all 4 of you can strike your long rest.
don't hit
Mean nothing for
don't
me.
hit the long rest button. When I click the long rest button, it set my HP from 22 to 20 at max.
Oh fuck, mine did too.
Yeah. So
I
I
need to figure
would
that one
just
out.
heal yourself.
Oh, it's not
With
that
the-
simple. I got spell
No,
slots and shit.
No, yeah, hit the long
Oh.
rest, and then I believe there's a way, like when you level up on your character sheet, that you like set your HP to whatever. So last time when you guys physically
I
changed
went
your
back
HP,
into- Yeah.
it like thinks that that's like temp HP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a way when you level up to like do that air quotes like correctly on your character sheet.
Okay. So we just gotta be wary of it next time we level up. Cause it says my max HP is 22, but it says it's only supposed to be 20.
Yeah.
Wait.
But as you all 4 get your long rests in, you awake, and you can faintly hear the some hoots and hollers down below, and the sunny morning greets you. If you wish to open your doors out to the common room, you can smell almost ale and breakfast meat being cooked down below.
I'm gonna go downstairs and get some breakfast.
Sure. You can
I'm
can
gonna
watch
come
out.
out
check on it.
my
I'm gonna-
self-made trap, and I'm going downstairs.
Sure.
I'm gonna like nudge a key and be like, hey, how you feeling?
Oh. Where are we?
I suppose you don't remember getting here last night. You had quite a few, if I remember so myself. But that doesn't matter right now. What matters is that you're okay and you consider yourself functioning.
You know what I think what matters, Remy? I'll lean in, smile. The fact that I beat you and your orc friend at a dice game. And I'll let out like a big laugh.
Yeah, you got me there, but I'm just glad you're all right. Let's go meet up with this.
Torg, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'll go downstairs as well.
Yeah, you all can easily find your way downstairs if you want to sit at the bar or a table.
Do I see Sildar?
You do not. But you all can easily get your warmly cooked sausage and some bread as they bring out some platters for you. Do you want water or whatever you want to drink?
The bird will
Gonna be
probably
a
take
long
alcohol.
day.
Do
Got
you
me
have
need.
moonshine?
Yeah, Key, you can fucking stomach
Okay.
something else for once.
Mead and moonshine, then.
Do you have any apple juice?
Apple juice, I believe we do have some.
I'll take a little bit of apple juice.
Sure. You guys can quickly get your food. I'd say in total it's maybe a gold for all of it combined.
I'll flip them one.
But the morning is yours. You do as you please.
So I want to head up to the manor. You guys said we needed to go up there, right?
Well, when I was talking to good old Harbor Wester last night, he's prepared to offer us 150 gold, and whatever we find in there's ours. We clear out that manor, and if there's a leader, we take him back to Harbor.
Yeah, I'm in. I don't need any convincing there.
Guys, fine with going to take him out, see what's up there? I think we're, after seeing those two at the Sleeping Giant, I think we'll be just fine if that's even their medium brass.
Let's
Yeah,
do
we'll-
it.
Aki? You awake?
I will. Did I get my drink?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna slam it. Chase it with my moonshine. And then I will nod and agree.
You're a different breed, Kai. Different breed.
Well, I am a bird.
Your tolerance has got to be building up at this point.
So would think, but with old age, the liver gets worse.
But you guys, you want to head up to the manor?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I can front line.
Yeah. You can.
I'm gonna ask the innkeeper if Helia came by.
Halia, I don't believe Halia came by. I can keep an eye out for you. I'll let you know if I see her.
She didn't come by. She ain't coming. Thanks for the information, though.
Of course. But yeah, all four of you can wander out of the Stonehill Inn. The almost bright sun almost like hurts your eyes as you leave. You kind of have to strain a little bit. Some of you probably rubbing your eyes a little bit, but the familiar sound of some carts and horses off in the distant trails, and the kids yelling and playing on the town green. Some people seem to be walking by. You can see a male with a stick that has over his shoulders with two buckets of some sort of liquid. Seems to be walking by you. Kind of nods. But you look down the road to your left, and you can see the trail that leads past the what's it called? The Red Brands Inn, and I forgot what it's called. The Sleeping Giant. And
Hey,
the
to be
trail.
clear,
Yeah.
where are the trees that they ran through?
Down this trail that leads
I
and winds up this hill up to Transcendar Manor.
Okay, because on the map on Discord, it doesn't look like we can go there in cover. But if there are trees, can we go there in cover?
Yeah, you can try.
I say we don't take the main road, kind of announcing ourselves, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I don't mind announcing myself.
What's wrong with
Well-
that? We took care of those two just fine.
Much as I hate to
Nothing
say
but a
it,
couple red brands won't can
Tyrion,
us.
are you afraid?
we don't know if it's just a couple or a whole hell of a lot.
They're
Tyrion,
gonna
we
need
got
more
Torg
than a
now.
whole hell of a lot.
We got Torg now.
Oh,
Trust
fuck.
me.
get the fucking war drums out and walk up
Also-
the path, I guess.
Tyrion, did I perchance give you this big pot of healing last time that we met?
You did not.
Can you hear? You can put this in your inventory.
When
What is
we,
it?
It's a potion of healing greater.
assuming we get up the path like close enough to the house to where they could see and or hear us, can I let out like this loud orc roar?
Sure.
Would you
yeah.
like to rage? No.
You you start walking up this winding trail. You can see it goes almost steeply at times, but it twists left and right that goes up this hill towards this Transcendar Manor. As you approach it, the manor itself is completely in ruin. You can see almost 90% of the entire roof has collapsed. Only maybe one or two of the corners of this huge building, which once was, are still intact, where the entire rubble of the place is just in one massive pile. It just looks like this house over time has, or this manor of sorts, has just completely fallen and has been destroyed. But as you approach up this winding trail, you're maybe 50 feet from this building. Remy goes ahead and lets out this huge orc roar. A couple birds in the distance or in the trees surrounding flutter off.
I
But
just bang on my chest while he's doing it.
Seems pretty silent as you approach. You get closer to the building. You can see in this rubble, the trail just leads right up to the building, and you're not really sure where to go from there. Go ahead and all four of you give me a perception check.
I'm also gonna make some magic bullets.
I
Do
really
we
want to try this
see?
hawk
Do we
soundbite
see
I
like a
downloaded.
cellar anywhere or something? I got a 20, not natural.
20
Okay.
not natural.
13.
What are we rolling?
13, 20, not natural.
Perception.
Perception.
I was spending way too much time finding a hawk soundbite for my soundboard.
You got a
6.
6.
All right. Torg and Tyrion, as you're looking around, it's hard to see where this trail leads. The trail that you just came up just leads to this building, and then it's just a bunch of rubble. Tyrion and Torg, you see to your left, it kind of squeezes right alongside, and it goes there's a trail that continues along the outside perimeter of the building, but you there's a branch almost of a tree coming down. You kind of have to push it to the side to find this trail. But Torg, as you said you were looking for a cellar of some kind. As you come around this corner, you can see the trail goes all the way along the perimeter to the back side. Are you trying to go stealthy or?
I think we announced ourselves already. We're just walking in.
All right. Torg leading
Or
the
walking
way.
down.
You just walk along the perimeter of
I'm
this.
third.
Okay. As you're up here and you're walking along, looking over at all of this rubble of this building, you can see just different shingles, different walls, maybe at times a chamber pot or some rugs underneath this stone and wood that's just piled up. Everything's just caked with grime and over time just vines and different undergrowth, if you will. But looking off to your left, faintly through the trees at times here and there, you can see beyond, and you're up atop this almost hill plateau of sorts. And as you keep moving forward, there's a slight incline, and this entire thing comes off to a cliff on the other side. But you can see the huge rolling hills and expanse beyond around Phandelver. But as you come towards the back end, you creep around the corner, you can see the trail juts into the building. Now, where you're looking in, Tor, you can see, as you said, cellar. There's almost what used to be the remnants of a kitchen of sorts. Whereas in this, there is somewhat of a floor above you, so there is almost like a little bit of shelter. This seems to be the most intact part of the rubble, but it's all just covered from the front by roof shingles and walls and debris. But you look in here, there's not much around, but the trail leads, and you can see not 5 feet in, there's a hole in the ground and steps, stone steps that lead down to an iron door.
I walk up to the door. Is it locked? I guess.
You go down these stone steps. It's noticeably getting colder as you go down, but you try the door. It is unlocked.
All right, I kick it open.
You give it a kick. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this huge metal door. You can see Torg just gives you a huge kick. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Finally. $13.
13. The almost ring handle jostles against it, and the huge iron door just comes to a screeching, almost halt of sorts on the stone beyond, and a dark room beyond. All of you looking kind of down towards Torg and almost over his shoulder. What little you can see beyond is not a completely dark room, but a little bit of torchlight, and it seems to be decently open. But after you kick the door, kind of just echoes.
Do I make out anything with like dark vision? I guess.
Do you want to step in?
Yeah, I'll step in.
Yeah. Kind of. Oh well. The other three, are you following him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not right fucking buddy with them, but I'm
Sure.
behind
Yeah.
them.
You guys can kind of descend these steps going below. The Torg, as you enter, it's not completely dark, as I said before. You enter, and you can see the door opens into a 5-foot wide landing that is 15 feet above a large cellar. The stone steps on the left and the right of you descend to the floor in 2 short flights. Another door stands beneath the stairs to the north, almost under the stairs to your right, and a large stone cistern, which is a almost pool of water, occupies the western part of the room, and those walls are lined with kegs and barrels. Now I will give you guys the link.
Thank God, because I was like,
To the
holy
map.
shit, dude, you said like 15 doors.
Yeah, I wasn't following.
It's like,
Very
there's a
well.
door over here. There's 2 staircases. You're looking down at something else.
Your mom's in the corner.
It's like I don't know where I am.
There is the link.
Oh, so it's just stairs
Nice.
to go down.
Oh, seemed more complex.
Yeah, but you guys come out onto this this landing here, and the room seems to be empty.
How dark is it in here?
It's not completely dark. There, you can see on the walls there are torches almost in wall sconces that burn slowly and give the entire room an orange glow.
Okay, I don't have my shield out. I have my sling ready, and as soon as I see movement from something, I'm probably going to shoot.
All right. Is everybody in? Sam, you got the
Yep.
map up?
Yeah, I'm in here.
All right. Well, Torg, you enter first. What do you want to do?
Just I guess look around by this pool.
Sure. Give me an investigation check. Anybody else?
I want to know what I see when I get right here.
13, Shade.
All right. Give me a perception check. Whoever would want. 13. You can see Torg walk over towards this pool. You can see some of the almost pipes
20.
from above come
11.
down. All
Can I
right.
carry this into combat?
Into this pool. You can see the water softly. The noise of the slowly flowing water kind of occupies this room, but you kind of look in. It looks like it's pretty deep. It almost goes at points like 8 feet deep. But off to your right, you kind of look where the water is just entering. You can see something almost moving slightly when the ripple effect goes across the water. You reach down, you can feel a rope.
Can I follow where the rope goes before I like yank on
You
the thing?
reach down as deep as you can. The cold water, almost comes up to your shoulder, and you can feel a cloth, a bag.
Is it tied to the rope?
Yeah.
I pick it up or bring it up to the surface.
Pulling it out, the water kind of dripping off into the pool. It's like a little satchel that seems to be somewhat waterproof. You can feel some glass and things inside that jingle.
Open it.
Inside, you find a potion of healing, a potion of invisibility, 50 gold pieces, and a set of ordinary travel clothing. You can see or feel parts of this clothing that seem to be damp from where the water is snuck into this satchel. Now, everybody else, as you make your perception checks, looking around, the room seems to be pretty empty. It's kind of quiet in here, but this doorway you can see underneath these steps leads to the north, and another doorway on the western side of the cavern, almost over by Torg.
I missed some of that, but do I?
Well, did
Do
you
we see
miss what you
anything?
received? Because make sure you wrote down.
No,
what you
yeah, that's
received.
what I was putting in. I just missed what he said just a second ago.
Just the 2 doors in the room.
This
The
is a door
doors
over
are
here?
like here and here, right?
No, one's over by Torg,
Or
and
here.
then yep,
Okay.
those are the 2
Can I-
doors.
Can I just see if this is locked or not?
You walk up, give the door handle a little shake. It starts to open in.
You guys want to take this door or the other door?
I guess I'll check this one.
Remy, try the other one. Opens.
They're both unlocked, it seems.
Well, it's 50-50.
I'm down to go left. Turn. A key.
I'm good with whatever.
Alright, I go through this one.
Yeah, you start to
my-
open the door a little bit more.
My dude's gone. I'll get it back.
I'll grab him.
I think
You
I-
open the door a little bit more. You open it, and you can see a small room beyond and 2 beds. Now, there you go. I got it. You open the door. You can see 3 figures, red brands,
I will
standing
like
on
that.
the beds. As one of them is almost in the middle. As you slowly open the door, they seem to have noticed you and gotten almost ready. But there seems to be one standing not 5 feet in front of you. He almost in a readying stance with his sword. The other 2 with their bows. As soon as you open the door, shoot their bows straight towards you, Torg.
Do we see this room now? Is it like, unit?
Yes.
map?
The 2 red brands who rolled to hit at you. 16.
Yeah, it hits. Am I not seeing
That
this
hits.
room? Is it uncovered for you guys? 'Cause I don't see
No, give
shit.
me that. We'll do it in a second.
Oh.
But the second one is a natural 20. I suppose that is a hit. The
No.
first one, you take 6 points of piercing damage. The second, you take 12 points of piercing damage. You guys see as Torg opens this door, a little bit of blood splatters as arrows strike him in the
A
chest.
little bit? A lot of it, by the way. A lot of it.
And I'm going to ask everybody to roll initiative.
5.
I don't get a ready to action.
13.
No. Well, whatever you were doing, we can get to on your turn here.
13.
13 for
13.
3 13s
I had a 5.
and a 5. All right. Remy is going to go last. But we come to the top of the round. Whoever, you 3 who rolled the 13s, who has the highest dex score?
Mine's 16 or plus 3. Is that what you're looking for?
+4.
Not the modifier, the score itself.
18.
17.
All right, so we have Tyrion, Aki, then Torg. Tyrion, you're up.
Well, I saw my boy just get fucking lit up. I'm going to use a flaming renewal on this guy.
All right.
Ooh.
Is that an attack?
Flaming renewal? No, that's my heal.
You gotta heal,
Okay,
dude.
you're gonna heal Torg.
Yeah.
All right. Go
Nah,
ahead and
you
roll for
heal
that.
my guy.
Oh, max, baby. Get 12 back.
God damn.
Doing anything else?
I need to know how this works to know what else I can do. So that is Flaming Renewal is that bonus action cantrip we made. So I still have my action.
It would say on the sheet.
Flaming Renewal is a bonus action.
There you go.
Can I cast a cantrip like actually no, I'll shoot with can I shoot with my action then? Can I shoot and cast that as a bonus action?
Well, it's Flaming Renewal isn't a spell. It's a feature, and it's a bonus action. So you just do that as a bonus action, and then you can use your action for whatever you want.
Okay, I'll sling my first bullet at the first guy right in front.
All right, I'd say he almost has half cover because he's in between your teammates. But go ahead and roll to hit.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. 19.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9 damage.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. There we are. Yeah. You guys see Tyrion as he heals Torg almost around Remy. Almost a red orangish aura covers your wounds, and you feel easily invigorated. And a pebble flies past you, and strikes this red brand right in front of you. Then we come to Akai.
I'll move up a little bit, and I'm gonna try to shoot the red brand, I guess.
All right, roll to hit.
$14.
14 just makes it. A bolt. Go ahead and roll damage.
11.
11. You just snake it through this doorway. Torg, as this red brain is standing right in front of you, you see a bolt fly right past you. Almost your hair flips in the wind past this bolt before it strikes them right, not through the neck, but slicing and taking a good chunk out. You see blood splatter the wall behind, and they fall onto their back. Doing anything else?
Can I apply Hunter's Mark to the other red brand? Can I see them?
You can just make out their figure. Which one do you want to?
I will do the right one.
Yeah. You apply your Hunter's Mark there.
Oh, we killed that first one.
Yep. And then we come to Torg.
Yeah, I'd like to... Not rage yet. I'll just attack this first dude.
Sure. Yeah, you can get in that space
You just
there.
got smote down and you're not gonna rage?
No, not on these little two.
Go ahead and roll to
I
hit.
don't hit, by the way. Yeah, I don't hit.
All right.
That's why I'm not raging.
You swing your huge axe, this red brand with their bow, kind of jumps or jostles back into these crates. Is that it?
Yep.
All right. And then we come to the red brands. As you run in, jumping in between them, and you swing your battle axe, but they dodge out of the way. You pulls out his short sword from their sheath, both going and making attacks on you. That is gonna be a 10.
Nope.
And a 13. No, sorry, a 7.
Nope.
They both go to stab, but you kind of just do like a spin move as they flank you and hit both of their swords out of the way. Remy.
I'm gonna run up and attack with my glaive.
Yeah, go ahead and roll to hit. It's in this kind of tight space. You run up with your
16.
glaive, almost doing a jabbing motion. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Remy thrusts his glaive forward.
Max damage 14.
14 max damage. You drive your glaive running in straight into this red brand's chest. You can see him as he has his sword out attacking Tor, gets hit from the side. You drive him back as he stumbles back onto this bed, just holding your glaive into his chest. He looks very fucked up. Tyrion.
I'd like to shoot at the guy who looks fucked up.
Go ahead and shoot.
Don't hit me.
16.
That is
You guys aren't fucking
Max
around,
damage,
dude.
10
God
points.
damn,
Jesus.
bro.
Yeah,
I
that'll
come up
do
with
it.
a 6, bro. These dudes are rolling
You
max.
shoot another pebble straight at this red brand. Remy has his glaive just buried in his chest. You strike this red band, and you see him go unconscious.
I'm shooting to kill, by the way.
If that's gonna be it, we come to Akai.
So you can use your bonus action first, right?
Yep. You can split it up.
So
however
I'm
you
gonna
want.
use my bonus action. When a person dies with Hunter Mark, I can bonus action to transfer it to somebody in proximity. It doesn't really clarify what that proximity is.
I believe it's just the range of the hunter's mark.
Okay, yeah, then I can put it on that guy and I will shoot him with my heavy crossbow.
Sure. You might have to move up a little bit to get a good shot on him there, but easy enough. Go ahead and roll. And just saying, it's each of these squares are 5 feet, so try and stay in the squares here.
14.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So if I hit, I roll my normal damage, but then I also roll an additional
Whatever Hunter's Mark is.
1d6.
Yeah.
So 6 plus 4, so 10.
10. Akai runs up, transfers his hunter's mark over to this red brand in front of Torg, takes his crossbow out, shoots it, strikes this red brand in the shoulder, again falling back right as they got back up from the crates, stumbling forward, blood pouring down their shoulder. Torg, you're up.
Yeah, I will hit him.
You
Go
will
ahead and-
execute him.
Go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and
will execute him. 23.
roll the
Right
hit
back, I
with your
gotta take a
axe.
work call.
That's a hit.
10.
10 damage. Yeah, that's gonna do it. You take your axe as he has a bolt and blood pouring out of his shoulder. You take your axe, just bury it down his clavicle. The blood splattering on the ground. He just falls to his knees. And the room goes empty.
I'd like to search the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out and say Tyrion can have all the loot for healing me.
All
I'm
right.
indebted to him.
Go ahead and give me an investigation check, whoever wants to search.
12.
12.
10.
10. Yeah, you guys looking around this room, the red brands themselves each have almost belt pouches. In these belt pouches, you can find the first one has 16 silver pieces and 7 gold pieces. The second one has 12 silver pieces and 5 gold pieces. And you guys can split this up however you want. The third one has 20 copper and 1 gold and 2 garnets worth 10 gold each.
Just take it all, Ben.
Yeah, I'll just take it all. I'll split it up later.
All right. And then looking around the room, on these beds, on some of the posts on each bed, you can see 3 dirty scarlet cloaks.
Fuck, I'm gonna put one on.
All right. You guys can see Tyrion as he adorns the
Hey,
just the cloak, or are you trying to do like the whole get up?
I'm putting I'm putting the cloak on over my armor.
All right.
I don't know what the whole get-up is. I thought they just had cloaks, so what's the whole get-up?
Well, all of them kind of just where they all are different. It's just different, like almost like a leather, not a uniform, but similar looking kind of armor with their bracers over their forearms and their uniforms over their torso and their
Do these
leggings
bracers
and
add
everything.
anything to my AC?
It is just regular leather armor.
Oh.
So
No, I'll
whatever.
just put I'll put a cloak on and be like, hey, Orc Remy, I don't know if they got orcs, but if they see a hesitation for seeing a scarlet cloak on it, might be worth it for you guys to put these on.
Yeah, I'll put one on.
I'm not in the room with you guys, by the way.
Well, I said it loud enough for you.
Nah, it should be good. I don't need to wear their gear.
Well, not much of a point in doing it then.
Do you want to take it off then?
Yeah, I'll take it off. There's no fucking point. Actually, no, I'll leave it on.
Tyrion, it kind of fits you, though.
I'll keep it on.
Tyrion, I like that.
You can see
Looks good.
Tyrion kind of like taking it off and then putting it on, and then taking it off and then putting. So Remy and Tyrion, you want to wear the clothes?
I'm going to.
I can throw it over my chainmail armor, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just like a cape. You can kind of
Yeah,
tie it off.
Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
it, I'll throw it on, and then we can do the Spider-Man meme.
But all
You
is
guys know what I'm
quiet.
talking about, right?
Yeah.
Shall we go through the next door?
Do we have time to go through the next door?
I was gonna ask you, Eric. What's your time limit looking like?
You said these garnets are worth what?
Probably like 20, 30 max.
10 gold each. And there's 2 of them. Two garnets worth 10 gold each.
I'd say 30 tops.
Yeah, you can keep
tops.
Yeah.
You want to go check out that door?
Yeah, can I
Yeah,
like
'cause there's
stealthily
nothing-
look through this?
Hey,
Well-
Remy, I meant Torg. What'd you find in that pouch earlier?
What pouch? Did he see me put the pouch in?
Tor, give me a sleight of hand against Tyrion's perception check.
19.
Fuck, 18. Son of a
Not
bitch.
20, no.
Yeah,
It just had a potion and some gold in there. I need a potion though, but I can give you some of the gold.
Healing. Well, no, we always. I trust y'all good enough. We can split up gold at the end. Like I said, I'm just taking it now. I'll be the guild bank pretty much per se. We'll split it up at the end. I got a count of it. Got a healing potion for yourself though?
Yep. And a potion of invisibility, which I might have to give to a certain bird.
I don't know if we'd give it to the bird, but make sure
Yeah.
make sure you know where that one is. That one could come in handy for me, you, or someone else.
Yeah, I got it. In my bag.
Now this door, Torg, that you're next, Remy kind of already started cracking it before this fight broke out, but you can feel ever so faintly just a slight breeze and darkness beyond.
And I don't see anything through the darkness.
Kind of peeping through with your dark vision, looking ahead, you can see it leads to somewhat of an empty room.
And I go through.
You open it up, and you enter a hallway.
Oh, I got rid of my dude again.
Thick dust covers the flagstones of this somber hallway. The walls are decorated with faux columns every 10 feet, or like fake columns. They look to be not very, they're more for design rather than structure. But on the west end of this long hallway is a double door, and it's sheathed in copper plate, now green with age. A relief carving of a mournful angel adorns the door. What do you want to do?
Or twice.
Yeah, duplicate myself.
Yeah, quit adding more if you lose your character. I'll move it.
Yeah, I
What's
continue down.
Birdman doing?
Oh my
Drinking
god, my
moonshine?
shit's so buggy. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna continue walking down to this.
Check out
door.
the double door.
Mhm.
Sure. The hallway itself is pretty much covered in dust. It's pretty dark, and it's well, very dark, especially to Tyrion because you don't have dark vision. But do
I'll
you want
light
to?
my torch.
You can
I
light
got
the
a
torch.
hooded lantern.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, yeah. You can pull out this lantern and get it lit. Right as you see Remy and Torg walking down this hallway, I need both of the orcs to go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Get fucked.
Nat 1.
Natural 20.
Nat 1 and a nat 20.
What the fuck?
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No
Phone
one
call.
noticed.
As you guys are walking down this hallway, Tyrion just getting this torch lit, or this lantern lit in the back. A light illuminates all the way down, and you can see the shadow of the orcish figures on the double door ahead. Before, right as you meet to the center of the hallway, the flagstones give out beneath, and Torg, as they fall, you leap off to the side, and your back is against one of these walls. You're almost having to grab onto these pillars, if you will, without falling through. Only your heels are on the edge. Remy, as the floor gives out, you can see boards where this flag, we're holding up faintly, just these flagstones before they give way, and you just disappear. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you all hear him fall
Sorry about
20
that.
feet, hitting the floor. Looking down, Tor, you can see a 10 foot by 10 foot pit that just goes straight down for 20 feet.
Remy, you good? Remy? I'm over here.
That was not ideal.
Would you?
I had.
Do you need a
Do I
potion?
see anything down there? Like,
No, it's just stone.
And I'll toss the rope down as I'm like talking, you know, to get him out. Unless he can jump out if he wants to prove something.
no, I'll take the rope.
Yeah, you can with a little effort put this rope down and kind of help Remy out of this pit.
You need a potion?
Ah.
I have a spare.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, then I kind of peer into this door.
Sure, you want to take out the door a little more. Looking at it, it seems to be a very, very well-made door. And looking at all of this hallway, this looks like pretty ornate stuff, like a very well-designed underground, if you will, underneath this Transcendar Manor. But at this double door, you can see the depiction of...
Is it my mic or is Shade doing that?
Is my mic fucked up?
It sounded fine on my end.
Looking at this relief on this almost copper-plated door, you can see a relief of a mournful angel depicted upon it.
I open it.
You open the door again, which leads to another dark room. Now, it's not completely dark. On the far end, off to your right, you can see another torch in a sconce almost lights that kind of area of the room. But you can see three large stone sarcophagi stand within this desolate crypt, and 6 skeletons in rusty mail are propped against the walls, almost guarding the place. They seem to be in place, not animated at all. They're just standing there. False columns along the walls are carved in the image of spreading oak trees, and the double door which you just came through is sheathed in tarnished copper plate. And this is what you see beyond. Two more doorways on the northern end lead beyond.
Can I just kick this skeleton over to see if he like splits apart? Just to make sure.
Yeah, you walk up, give it a kick. The armor almost jostles the metal and the bones as it slumps against the sarcophagus. Starts to animate back up.
Oh, yeah.
No
Yeah, there it is.
Remy, go ahead.
I was gonna fucking, to be safe, I was gonna kick the rest of them down, but I guess we
You
don't
run
need to
up.
do
Wait,
that.
do I kill that one then? Is it gone?
No, it starts. That one starts to animate and stand back up. Just as Remy runs up, and you're gonna go kick this one, you can see all 6 go to and unsheath their swords in their hands as they all start to walk forward. And that's where we're gonna pick up next episode.
What the fuck? I was just trying to get into there.